Hello there, People Stack people. It is a new week, so it's a new topic. And what I'm going to be talking about this week is the future. Focusing on the future. What do we have to look forward to? And how do we have to change in order to continue to create the impact, in order to continue to live up to our potential, in order to continue to show up in ways that are meeting our standards for being the best technical leaders possible. And I'm going to break it down into a couple of different ways, looking at the future and looking at the reality of the rapid change that is happening in this world and certainly the rapid change that's happening in the tech world. I'm going to look at it from a couple of different angles this week. So today, we're going to talk about the old adage, the principle, working smarter and not harder. And that's going to be the topic for today. And essentially, what I'm here to tell you that the truth is working smarter and not harder is no longer enough. It's no longer enough to simply say, okay, I'm not gonna work hard because I'm not gonna work my ass off, right? I'm not gonna be like, the typical, like, I don't know, when I think of working hard, right, I think of the typical like stockbrokers from the 80s. Like that's the image that comes into my mind. Like the New York stockbrokers that just, run themselves completely ragged by working 80, 90, 100 hours a week. And they're just go, go, go all the time. And it's all just hustle, hustle, hustle. And there is no flow. And there's like, what do you mean balance in my life? I work every day and then I sleep and then I work again. So I believe that as a society, we've moved past that. There's still people who choose to do that, but they choose to. They choose to do that. It's no longer necessary to just work hard. You got to work hard, son, or else you're not going to make you're not going to be able to make a buck. That kind of mentality. I believe that we've moved past that. And that's where work smarter and not harder has come from. Just work smart. You got to work smart. Make good use of your time, right? Be effective and be efficient as well. Don't spend 2 hours on something if you can only spend one. How can we systematize, right? How can we be more systematic? And then, certainly with Tim Ferriss, and I think he's played a huge role in this whole idea of not working your ass off, right? With the 4-hour work week, he started that. The idea of time freedom, it's not, financial freedom is great. I'm definitely a proponent for that. But time freedom in certain ways is even better, right? So you've seen a lot of these kind of cultural shifts that have happened. And I feel like we've kind of landed on work smarter and not harder over the last 5-10 years or so. But in our experience, certainly over the last 5 years or so, 5 going on 6 years, in working exclusively with technical managers and coaching technical managers and helping you to upgrade your careers, to build your dreams, to command 200K plus salaries without, by the way, working your ass off 50 plus hours a week. In my experience doing even just that over the last 5 years, what I found is that there's really more to it than just working smart. And I've also noticed that over my own career. I've noticed it over Rob's career. And so even just looking over the last 20 years of my life, it's been 20, 25 years or so that I would qualify myself as being a professional. I'm out of school and upgrading my own career and helping others to do that as well. There's been this there's something more. I don't know what it is. Because look, we know there's something more than work smarter, not harder. I don't know what it is. I can't put my finger on it. But that doesn't seem to be enough anymore because the world is changing rapidly. And if you don't change your principles along with it, then you're going to stay stuck. You're going to stay stuck in making yesterday's impact. You're going to stay stuck making yesterday's salary. And I think, and I know you don't want to do that. I know that you want to change with the times and you want to upgrade your principles, right? So when I say that it's not enough to just work smarter and not harder, I don't mean that it's completely wrong, that we just need to throw the baby out with the bathwater and like completely change it. What I'm saying though is that there's something more to it. It needs an upgrade. Work smarter, not harder needs an upgrade. Because honestly, it's not just about work anymore, right? It's about connection and purpose. So one of the themes that comes up again and again and again in talking with prospective clients and our clients is, yes, we talk about work, like getting shit done. We talk about, okay, let's get into GSD mode, right? Let's get into get shit done mode, or GTD mode, getting things done mode. And we absolutely talk about that. And we give our clients the strategies and the systems and the support in order to be more systematic about the way that they approach their work, to be more efficient and be more effective as well. And I know that they get an extreme value out of that, in feedback that we get from clients. That's one of the things that comes up all the time. I love that I can approach my work in a much more systematic way. And trust me, that's a huge piece of it. That's the work smarter, not harder piece of it. Not throwing out the baby with the bathwater. But the other piece of it, though, is really having that sense of connection to a larger purpose. And even just beyond that, although that's huge, right? Being connected to your purpose in life, not to just be on the treadmill, right? Not just to feel like you're on some ride that's on some roller coaster and you don't have control over where the turns and the ups and downs are. But to say, this is my purpose in life, is to serve technical teams, is to be a technical leader. And specifically, this is what I want to do. And that's huge. And then even beyond that, to just have that sense of connection to other humans, to learn how to connect in an authentic way, in a real way to other people, whether it's your team, your boss's boss, your peers, your colleagues, your friends, your family. That's really the piece that's missing. Or I would say that the two pieces that are missing from Work Smarter, Not Harder. It's missing the connection to purpose, and it's missing the connection to other humans, which that's the stuff, that's the fabric that makes life up. And that's what makes life worth living, is having a purpose and connecting with other people and having them be authentic connections. And so that's the kind of change, the principle change that needs to happen. I want to connect to my purpose. I want to connect to other humans. I want to do good. I want to do well by being good. And if you don't really figure out how you're going to do that and connect with that principle every single day, then you're going to be left in the dust. And if you're feeling like you're left in the dust now, and like you are just on that your tech career is just some ride, and oh, please, can I get off, is just some merry-go-round, or, if you feel like you're the pawn in your career, to use another metaphor, if you feel like you're a pawn in your career where people are just kind of moving you around and you have no control over it, then the reason for that is that you have not upgraded that principle. You're just working smarter and not harder. But you've forgotten that this is also a game of purpose. This is also a game of connection. And so that's the piece that's missing. And if you don't upgrade your principles, then you're going to stay stuck. You're going to stay stuck on that merry-go-round. You're going to stay stuck on that roller coaster. You're going to stay stuck as a pawn. And you're never going to be able to get paid what you're worth. You're never going to be able to get that promotion, to senior manager, director, VP, perhaps CEO. You're never going to upgrade. And you're never going to be able to make the impact that you know that you're capable of making. In short, you're not going to be able to become the best version of your leadership self if you don't upgrade, work smarter, not harder. And so that's the shift to make. Upgrade, work smarter, not harder, to also include connection to purpose, to also include connection to other humans. And the way that I think about it is that there's two pieces. If we want to think of a principle here, like what would be the principle? What principle can I follow so that I can make sure that I'm making the biggest impact I can possibly make, build a legacy that I will be proud of, and become the best technical leader I can possibly be while I'm paid with what I'm worth, and while I'm also getting recognized for the work that I'm doing without having to work my ass off 50 plus hours a week, while I have a ton of balance in my life, while I have a ton of time freedom, and while I also have that financial freedom, or at least I'm working towards all of that. The way that I look at it is that there's really two pieces to it. It's number one, let's upgrade, work smarter, not harder. Right? It's not just about working smarter, not harder. It's about taking inspired, intelligent action. That's where it starts, right? It's not just where I need to work smart, right? It's about taking actions and doing it from a place where it's intelligent, right? That's the smart piece. But the upgraded piece to it is the inspired piece. Inspired, intelligent action. The inspired piece, that's the purpose. That's the connection to your purpose. That's the connection to other humans. There is this, you know that you're taking inspired action when you can say, I'm taking this action because it aligns with my mission. I'm taking this action in integrity. It aligns with who I am as a leader and as a human. I am taking this action, this inspired action, because you know what? It's a little bit scary. I am stretching the boundaries of what I'm capable of. That's also inspired action. It comes from a place of, I know this is exactly the right thing to do. And it feels awesome, and it feels in alignment with my purpose. And it's a little bit scary. That's inspired action. That's the upgrade. It's not about working smarter, not harder. It's about taking inspired, intelligent action. And if I were to upgrade that even more, it's about taking that action with Herculean consistency. That's the other piece that's missing from work smarter, not harder. Because you can work smarter, not harder, and you can even take inspired, intelligent action. You can do it for a day. You could do it for a week, and then it's not going to be enough. No, it's not going to be enough. There has to be a consistency to that action. So take inspired, intelligent action with Herculean consistency. And it feels, and it's in a way where you have that strength like Hercules, right? You have that strength, but it doesn't feel constricting. It doesn't feel hard. It feels like you are living your life's purpose, and it doesn't feel like work. That's why you notice that I've even taken the word work out of it. You love what you do. When you love what you do, you don't have to work a day in your life. So that's really what's going to be required, is taking inspired, intelligent action with Herculean consistency in a way where it doesn't feel like work. That's what's going to be required to keep up with the changing times, to keep up with the changing nature of the technical world, where we're continually raising the bar for what is creative, for what is innovative, for what does it mean to be making an impact. We're continually raising the bar because we're all getting better. We're all getting better. We're all getting smarter. And so is the technology along with it. So in order to lead tech teams, we got to be 2, 3, 4, 10 steps ahead so that we can lead them into the future. Because we got to be able to see a future that our teams don't yet see. We have to see the potential. We have to look forward to a world that is even bigger, badder, and better than it is right now. And we're not going to be able to do that if we're not taking inspired, intelligent action every day, if we're not doing that. So that's really what's necessary. That's the shift to make. And look, if you want help with this, because you know what? Most people do. I say if, but it's like, I almost want to say, you need help with this. Not from a, you're not good enough, you're not intelligent enough, you're not committed enough kind of way. But it's kind of like, why do it alone? Why go on this path alone? It is, remember, about connection as well. It's about remembering that you're not in this alone. And that part of being a leader is saying, all right, who's going to help me on this journey of taking inspired, intelligent action with Herculean consistency, of stretching the boundaries of my comfort zone, of helping me staying connected to purpose, of helping me learn how to truly connect and build rapport with other people in an authentic way. And, oh yeah, by the way, also making sure that I'm doing it in a systematic way that works. Do you want to do that alone? You could, right? You can figure it out on your own. But if you had the choice, and there's experts like us at the People Stack who have the proven strategies, who know the way, who have the systems, who can give you a step-by-step game plan that's customized to your context, to your career goals, to what you want your mission to be. Why not get that help? And so if that's what you're thinking too, then it's time to book a call with us. thepeoplestack.com/book. So that'll bring you to our calendar. Just pick a time that works for you. We usually have lots of times available, whether it's this morning, afternoon, evening. We even had some Saturday appointments that open up from time to time. So just grab a spot that works for you, make it work, commit to it. I've heard a number of clients talk about it this way, like commit to it like it's a doctor's appointment, right? Like when you go to the doctor because something's hurting, because something just doesn't feel right in your body and you want to fix it, like you go and you commit to making that appointment. You're going to show up to that appointment with that expert with a high level of commitment. You're going to put it in your calendar and you're going to treat it as sacred. You're not going to let anything get in the way of that. That's what this conversation is going to be. But it's going to be about your career. It's not going to be about your body and your physical health. It's going to be about the health of your career and making sure that you're doing everything that you can to keep your career healthy and thriving so that you can keep up with the changing times, so that you don't get stuck. And if you are stuck, we'll help you get unstuck. So that's what that call is about. It's going to be the most clarifying and most valuable conversation that you've ever had about your tech career. Treat it like that because that's exactly what it's going to be, thepeoplestack.com/book. And look, if you're feeling stuck right now and you're feeling like, oh my God, I'm just in such a huge ditch, I'm not sure that there's no way that I can even get out of it, then that's even more of a reason to book a call. Look, we have solved the thorniest, deepest problems. We have gotten clients out of the deepest holes. People who were on the verge of having to declare bankruptcy. People who were down to almost the last dollar in their bank account because either they were out of work or they were so underpaid and so stretched that they couldn't make it work. People who were on the verge of divorce. People who were on the verge of just tearing their hair out. I cannot even take it anymore. And suffering from physical ailments because of it. People who have suffered from heart attacks because of all of the stress of work in their careers. We have helped them from that place out of that stuck place to a place where they are thriving in their technical careers. So if you're thinking that like, oh God, it's just, there's no hope for me, I'm already too far down, that's absolutely the reason why you want to book that call, thepeoplestack.com/book. But for other of you, you're on the other side of it where it's like, you know what, it's kind of okay. It's mostly okay. But you know what? I don't want that to happen. Like, you're in prevention mode. You're in proactive mode. You're in, I am taking my career by the horns and I'm going to be the driver mode so that doesn't ever happen to me, because you're starting to feel, even if it's just a little bit, yeah, I'm kind of on a roller coaster here. Yeah, I'm really not in control of my career. And also, if I stay like this, it's only going to get worse, because guess what? The times they are changing. And it's going to get harder and harder and harder to make the impact that you want to make. So you want to stay on top of it. That's another reason to book a call. So grab a time that works for you. We'll talk about what's going on in your career, and we will come up with a custom tailored plan so that you can know exactly what the next steps are going to be for you to move up and to upgrade your technical career. And if we're 100% confident that we can help you get there, that we would be the best experts in your corner to help you implement that plan, then we'll talk about that and we'll talk about all of the details. So we're here to serve you. We're here to help. thepeoplestack.com/book. So the message of the day is that working smarter and not harder, that's no longer enough, because the world is changing. And it's no longer just about work. It's also about connection to purpose. It's also about connection to other humans. So the shift to make is I am committed to taking inspired, intelligent action with Herculean consistency. That's how you upgrade your technical career and make a massive positive impact on the world. That's it for the day, folks. Talk to you soon. Have a great day. And that's a wrap.